Hey guys, what is going on? It's me, 90 Peacock. Nuketown S&D is what we're playing today, but that's not what I want to talk to you guys in this video about. Well, I'm starting a brand new series on my YouTube channel, which is we're going to break down teams in Call of Duty, competitive Call of Duty. The first team I want to start off with today is OpTic Gaming. A lot of you know who OpTic Gaming is, so I want to start with the team breakdown. In 4 events so far this year, the first event of the CWL season, so CWL Atlanta, they play second to E United. And Scump said in a recent interview, if they don't win an event, it's a bad event for them. Which obviously should be true because they are arguably the best team in Call of Duty. I put that in quotes. They're arguably the best team in competitive Call of Duty. So they have 4 players: OpTic Scump, OpTic Formal, OpTic Karma, OpTic Crimsix. Each of their roles are OpTic Scump is a Slayer, Formal's an AR, Karma is like a support or support player, and then Crimsix is a objective player. I think that's how it is. So then they go into ESWC or France for Call of Duty. So ESWC, they place first at the event. They beat FaZe 3-0. Now this event, they cruised through. They literally cruised through the event. They had no challenge. They won 23 straight maps from that event going into CWL Dallas, which they also won. They beat E United, so they got revenge on them. So basically, how that event, from ESWC to CWL Dallas, they won 23 straight maps, I should say, until Gosu Crew took 1 map off of them. They 3-1 Gosu Crew because Gosu Crew took 1 map, and that snapped their 23 map winning streak. But you're obviously going to lose at some point. I was watching something and TP said you don't want to be complacent because the minute you get complacent is the minute you lose. And obviously they didn't lose the series, the other team took a map off of them, which isn't necessarily their fault. I just think maybe they just played better. And OpTic is known for getting off to slow starts in games, and if they play well, then they don't get off to a slow start. But that's they're known for getting off to slow starts, so it's a bad thing, but it's not, because they can still come back after a slow start and 3-0 people, 3-1. They've never really 3-2'd. They really don't need to go to a game 5 unless it's a really, really good team. So basically, that's how it goes down. And OpTic is one of the most dominant teams when it comes to slaying. I don't think anybody in competitive Call of Duty can slay with them when they're on their game and slaying. If they slay like they know how in competitive Call of Duty, nobody, I will say this again, nobody in competitive Call of Duty can slay with them when they are on their game. That's how they get their wins. That is why they are so dangerous. That is why they are so powerful when it comes to slaying, because nobody can hang with them. And Scump is always on the top of the leaderboard, throwing up huge KDs, huge rack ups in hardpoint, huge time in hardpoint, huge scores in uplink, huge kills in S&D. They're always at the top of the leaderboards. These guys, not just Scump. Usually it's a different guy. They can all be at the top of the leaderboard. That's what makes this team so dangerous. Now, I'm not an OpTic fan. I really don't like to say who I like. You guys might know who my favorite team is, but I'm not an OpTic fan. They're really good. I'm just not a fan of them. And like I keep saying, if they slay like they can, I don't think anyone on Earth could beat them except E United. But that was the first event. And then recently at the Stage 1 playoffs, we'll go group play before Stage 1 playoffs. So in group play, Group Green, it was OpTic Gaming, Enigma 6, Red Reserve, Elevate. They were the only team that went 6-0 in the entire of any team in the Global Pro League. They're the only team to go 6-0. Now, to me, that's what was the crazy thing. They went 6-0. Obviously, that's to be expected. They're the best team in Call of Duty. E United's up there with them, except E United did pretty bad at the Stage 1 playoffs, just like OpTic did. So going into the Stage 1 playoffs, OpTic Gaming is supposed they were giving their opinions. And a lot of people thought OpTic Gaming was going to cruise through the whole thing, win the whole thing. And they end up getting fourth of the event. So the first match they played was against FaZe. They got 3-1 by FaZe. And FaZe had a hard time all season in the first 3 events beating them. OpTic had their number for most of all the events. All the events, OpTic had their number, and I think that's what made FaZe really, really mad. Is that I think they knew they could beat OpTic, they just didn't. They just couldn't prove it. That's what made them mad, and they finally do it. So then OpTic played LG the first day, beat LG. I'm gonna go back the second day, play LG, beat them 3-1. LG, our team that I will be doing in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to go in order of, we're going to do the top 4, then the bottom 4, and then that'll be my series. So, yeah, so OpTic got 4th in the event. If you guys don't know who won, Splice won, Luminosity got 2nd, FaZe got 3rd, OpTic got 4th. Those are the top 4. So the team I'm going to do next, in the next episode, when this rolls around, is going to be FaZe Clan. No, it's going to be United, then FaZe, then Luminosity, then Splice. So it's going to be, we've done OpTic right now. We're going to do United, FaZe, Luminosity, Splice. The top 5, and then we're going to actually do a bottom 5. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching this. Till next time, guys, as always, peace out, guys.
There's no escape.